This is an extremely good book, The Art of Prayer, an Orthodox anthology. An Orthodox bishop said to me some time ago that this is perhaps the finest book on Orthodox prayer, that's ever been compiled. A mini Philokalia, if you like. It contains many, I bought this secondhand from a local Roman Catholic monastery. £2. Very good of them. And it's just got loads of stuff about interior prayer, just basically Orthodox spirituality, war with the passions, solitude, illusion. There's a lot of Theophan the Recluse in here, but a lot of other church fathers too. Beautiful. And then further reading, etc. I'm just going to focus on one little section of this, page 85, where St. Theophan the Recluse is dealing with the idea of moving into incessant prayer without ceasing. Walking, which he equates with walking with God. And he says this begins as one stands before God and with the mind and the feelings and the body all in unison, in harmony. And one starts to feel, not only understand by faith the presence of God, but starts to feel the presence of God in one's heart, in one's body, in one's very being. In the nous, one might say, in the intuitive, receptive faculty of the mind, heart, united in prayer. And, you can see people, especially if you go to an Orthodox monastery, people standing, almost like statues, standing straight, upright, praying, coming to enjoy the presence of God. And St. Theophan the Recluse is going to say here, the more you do that, the more it's going to become part of your daily life. So I'll give St. Theophan the word now. A very brief snippet of this book. There is another kind of prayer, he says, which is called standing before God, when he who prays it is wholly concentrated within his heart and mentally contemplates God, present to him and within him. At the same time, he experiences the feelings corresponding to such a state, fear of God and worshipful adoration of him in all his greatness, faith and hope, love and surrender to his will, contrition and readiness for every sacrifice. I would just add, these are the dispositions of really being receptive at the liturgy. He continues, such a state comes to one deeply absorbed in ordinary prayer of word, mind, and heart. And he who prays there thus for a long time and in the proper way will enjoy such a state more and more frequently until it may finally become permanent. Then it can be called walking before God, and it constitutes unceasing prayer. This is why the Jesus prayer and this whole Orthodox tradition is united and wed with the liturgy, because it's in our weekly or bi-weekly liturgy, whatever we're blessed to receive and enjoy, participate in, that all of this is ignited as we stand in communal prayer in the liturgy. And then we take this out of the building, as it were, out of the liturgy, into the world, standing, forgive the camera work, in the presence of God. Saint David was in this state, continues Saint Theophan the Recluse, when he testified of himself, I have set the Lord always before me, for he is on my right hand, therefore I shall not be shaken. The book's just chock full of such juicy snippets that one can just read at the start of prayer, read at the end of prayer, and absorb over a lifetime. Walking in the presence of God more and more by standing, kneeling, sitting at prayer at set times, with the mind, with the word, with the feelings, with the heart,